Good morning, Damascus Christian School, and welcome to your 22nd episode of the Eagle's Nest.
For the past several weeks, I've been talking with you students about what I've been learning in my church's Sunday school class. As Christians, we practice different disciplines, or we incorporate different practices in our life to draw us closer to the Lord. We also, I think all of us, if we're honest, have different traditions or habits that pull us away from Christ. So today what I'd really like you to think about is what things right now, what disciplines and practices do you have in your life that are drawing you closer to the Lord? Maybe it's highly involved in your youth group. Maybe it's a missions team that you've been working with. Maybe it's a Bible study that you're part of, devotions on your sports team, or a activity or devotion, or your discipleship group leader, whatever it may be. What are those indicators that are drawing you close to the Lord, and are you maximizing those? And then conversely, I want you to think about what are the things or decisions that I'm making that are taking me in the opposite direction? And even if it isn't anything overtly obvious that, I'm hanging out with people that are destined to be arrested and imprisoned because of their behavior, but what are some things that at least are not drawing you closer to the Lord? Are there some things that you're watching, listening to, participating in that you know are not aligning you with Christ and drawing you closer to Him? As Christians, we're called to be Christ-like. The word Christian, like a mini Christ. We're called to be like Christ. So what things in your life can you reevaluate? I think it's a good practice to go through on a somewhat regular basis, to be examining ourselves and going, what things can I do differently to align myself more with Christ? And I think you as a generation are more challenged with this than I even was in my generation and in your parents' generation, because Christianity more and more is becoming not an accepted practice, not a lifestyle that is valued or looked up to. In many arenas now, and according to many people, Christians are looked very down upon. They're looked as being ignorant. They're looked as being almost a hate organization. And so you're going to be challenged more and more with making this decision, because it's not going to come with acceptance from people, but instead it's going to come with isolation and hatred, and people pushing you away because they don't want to be interacting with you. So this is going to become more of a challenging thing. So think about that as you're looking at some of the activities and practices and disciplines that you have in your life, and understand that those decisions you make to align yourself more with Christ are going to come at a cost. So I'd encourage you to make sure that you're continuing to rub shoulders with other believers to keep you committed to those decisions that would align you with Christ.
Our boys and girls high school teams have big games this week. On Saturday afternoon and evening, they'll be playing at Multnomah University for the league championships, and that will give them both a bye, the first round of state, if they win both those games. In chapel this week, our elementary students will be hearing from Mr. Holcomb. Yes, that's our first grade teacher, Mrs. Holcomb's husband. And our secondary students will be hearing from Dr. D. Young. We'll be having discipleship groups as well this Friday.
Yearbook is still looking for photographs of different events and activities and people over the course of this school year. If you'd like to win a free milkshake from Chick-fil-A, please submit your photographs to the link or to the website provided here on this slide.
Our theater department presents auditions for the upcoming DCS play on the 24th and 25th of February. They will be at 3:30 and go for an hour till 4:30. If you are interested in being an actor or actress or a stagehand or crew member, please show up. This is available for 6th grade through 12th grade students. Students, we will be having Friday Feast this week. Friday Feast will be Chick-fil-A. Have a great week and soar like eagles. Go Eagles!